everyone! Well, we're here. We're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and for this video we are heading on over to Reddit, filtering by top posts of this week, and seeing what craziness the Huns have been up to. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all of my fun links to my Poshmark, my Patreon, my social medias, and my anti-MLM playlists are always linked below. And if you are at all interested, there is also a join button below where you can become a channel member. So with that very short intro out of the way, let's get started. Monate Hun joins Anti-MLM subreddit, immediately gets upset with anti-MLM posts. So it is a picture of her and she said, "I joined an anti-MLM group on Reddit, even though I work for an MLM." And her post says, "I couldn't help myself. I had to see why. I had to see why people, other women even, were so quick to attack and judge me based on my job. I'm in a minimalist group, and yesterday someone asked if anyone had any recommendations for ways to work from home. To go down to one car, cut some spending, and still make an income. People offered a plethora of great ideas. It's a very supportive community, and a handful offered their positive experience with direct sales and living a minimalist lifestyle. Immediately, a woman comments, 'Direct sales will not simplify your life. Criteria for being friends with me: never try to sell me your MLM crap, never try to rope me into your MLM.' That stung. I thought, wow, here this person has already said she would never be my friend because of my job. Lucky for her, I have plenty of friends who are not judgy bitches, but it got me thinking. I would never not be friends with someone because they don't buy my products. I would never not be friends with someone because they don't want to join this business. So then I couldn't help myself. I joined an anti-MLM group on Reddit. I wanted to really see what people thought of this business and if they were right. I mean, I was a Montessori teacher before this. I have a bachelor's degree in communications and a master's in education. I could hold my own over there, right? Holy cannoli! What is wrong with some of you? So much misinformation, so much hate from women about other women. So let's hear it. What are your beliefs about direct sales?" I love this so much. Holy cannoli, the anti-MLM subreddit doesn't like MLMs. Groundbreaking. Holy cannoli is hilarious. I don't think I've ever heard somebody use that as like an expression. I use weird expressions once in a while, but holy cannoli is a good one. But I really don't understand what she thought was going to happen when she entered into an anti-MLM subreddit. That, yeah, people are going to be against MLMs. That's going to be a hot take on the r/anti-MLM subreddit. Who would have thought? And I just don't understand why they feel the need to express what kind of education they have or maybe a job they had outside the MLM. That doesn't mean anything to any of us. You could be the most educated person in the world, but if you joined an MLM, I'm sorry, we no longer can think that highly of you because you are willing to exploit people in order to make yourself money. And that's just an issue. Whether you know that you're doing that or not, because I know a lot of them are unaware, but it's like, look at everything around you. Read everything that's going on. Look at the red flags. If you feel that there is something a little off, then follow that. There is an anti-MLM community for a reason. It has nothing to do with we get together because we want to hate women who want to work from home. That would be ridiculous, and it would not be called anti-MLM if that was the case. It would be called anti-women starting their own jobs. We hate them community, you know, something stupid like that, because that's not what this community is. It is not anti-women. If anything, it is absolutely pro-women. We want to see women thrive and not be taken advantage of like they are in MLMs. And as always, I gotta see what the comments say. We have, by her own terms, she can still be friends with the lady she mentions. Said lady stated boundaries, and since she doesn't care that a friend doesn't buy her products, then it's a simple thing not to bring it up in the first place. So it's the attempt to sell or recruit that is important to her, not the success of it. This actually makes a lot of sense for a Hun. Absolutely. Wow, yeah, absolutely. She was like, I don't care if you don't want to buy from me. It's the fact that, like, you don't even want to hear about my business that's the problem. But here's the thing. You can say, I don't care if you want to buy from me, but it does become an issue when you're in an MLM. If you don't have friends and family that buy from you, you can't, I mean, you always can have random people do it, but you will be more successful if you have friends and family that buy and, more importantly, join underneath you. It Works corporate office has a slide, apparently. Wonder what rank Huns have to be to use it. And it's a picture of somebody sitting at the bottom of the slide saying, I love that our corporate office has a slide. But why? Like, why do you need that? What does that do besides nothing? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. Would I use it if the company that I work for had a slide? I mean, maybe, but I just don't see any sort of useful thing besides being like, look at how like unique and amazing our company is. And it's funny how you say corporate. I thought it was your own business, but whatever. Some amazing things were just announced at our conference, and we are so excited for everyone coming into the business with us this year. Not only have we added to our business kits to help further your business, but you have the opportunity to earn $150, $350, $4,000, and $10,000 bonuses. Plus, you could have the chance to go on an all-inclusive 4-day trip to the Dominican Republic. Unreal, right? If you've been waiting for a time or a sign to get started, the time is now. Reach out to me and ask me to share all the details. You won't want to miss this. Oh yeah, this sounds so authentic and totally real. Oh man, and I like what the OP says. It says, yes, it is unreal because it's a scam. You were almost there. Absolutely. Like, this sounds so unreal, right? Like, we're adding to the business kit that, you know, it doesn't matter because you're just going to have to keep buying products from the company, so it doesn't really matter. And the bonuses are usually earned when you have X amount of people underneath you, so that part sucks. And I like how they just say you have a chance to go on a trip. Like, yeah, well, plenty of people who work any other jobs have a chance to go on trips as well. That's not something unique and amazing. I think having a paycheck and medical insurance is pretty unreal. Pretty crazy. See what comments say. I also like the chance to go on as if you wouldn't still have to pay for this yourself. Absolutely. Wow, a trip to a place I could otherwise afford? Oh yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, I don't know how expensive going to the Dominican Republic is. It's not something I've looked into. The only places that I personally have looked into visiting are Japan and Italy and Greece. Those are like the 3 that I would absolutely love to go on, and those are very expensive, and that's going to be in the far future after everything is done, and also money. That's not an invitation for you Huns to invite me to your MLM. I don't want it. Had a very cute girl come up and start talking to me in the gym, gave me her number, and asked if I wanted to grab coffee sometime. I was single at that point and decided, sure. She was very cute and seemed nice. Started texting me every day. Nothing too aggressive, but clearly showing interest in something. Well, fast forward to the coffee date. Her and her boyfriend show up. Turns out they are Amway reps and were trying to rope me in based on the fact that I had experience owning a real business, commercial insurance broker. I didn't make a big deal about it, but I did text her after saying it was very misleading and dishonest on her part, and that I wasn't interested in a pyramid scheme. She actually tried to keep pitching it, even after she admitted that she understands she misled me. She just doubled down by saying she believed this would be such a great opportunity for me. It really threw me that people could be this delusional that these scams are anything close to a good opportunity, and the fact that someone could be this misleading about their intentions to rope someone in. That is so, I don't doubt that this happens. I mean, we've heard of people using dating apps to try and recruit people into their MLM, and it just shows how desperate these people are, especially being an Amway. I don't understand why people are still joining Amway. Isn't it like the oldest MLM? How are people still joining it? I don't know. Shocking, but it just shows how desperate these people are for people. Like, if they were truly, if it really was this great opportunity like they all like to say it is, then they wouldn't have to mislead people in order to get people to even speak to them. So at least this person saw through what was actually happening. They didn't join. It's really unfortunate that this may work on some other people who are desperate and they're like, oh, maybe this was a sign that I was supposed to join because I need extra money and this is what I needed. So it's gross that people do this, and it's just sad because it's like, these MLMs don't care. They just let people, however they want to get people into the business, they don't care. No matter how scummy, scammy, wrong, misleading, unethical, unmoral, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, MLMs are all for it. They have no issue with it. They're like, however you want to get people into the business, as long as they're getting into the business, we don't care. Gotta see what the comments say. That's called a honey trap. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Color Street Manicure dollar store looking stickers. It looks like my 4-year-old did this. Yeah, these are not great looking. These honestly kind of look like the ones that I had, except for mine were pink. But look at, you can tell, I mean, I'm sure it's like the way that she cut it, but you can, this doesn't look good. This looks like cheap product because it is cheap product. I mean, you know, if you were to ask someone like, does this look expensive? They'd be like, no, it doesn't. And they'd be like, oh, but it's my small business and I make so much money from this. It's like, did you make them? And it's like, no, I didn't make them. And it's like, well, maybe it would be higher quality if you did look into making them yourself. Like, I recently repainted my nails, and this is not the greatest nail polish at all, ever. These only started shipping like yesterday, and it's been almost a week since I've had them on. And I remember when I tried Color Street, I believe it was 2 to 4 days, I can't remember exactly, but I know by the 3rd day they were chipping. So not the greatest product, and honestly I think they do that on purpose so that people keep reordering, because I think they say they're supposed to last 2 weeks. They absolutely don't last 2 weeks, but they want people to constantly be putting new ones on, to showing them off, like, oh, look at that color, or look at that design. But these, like, I know these are supposed to be hearts, and like this one looks like a heart, but this one up here, I mean, they kind of also just look like blue circles, which is also okay if that's what they were going for. But yeah, it doesn't look great. Close-up of undercover over Greeking out and deep dive. What? Close-up of undercover over Greeking out and deep diving. Oh, this is 3 of close-up of undercover over Greeking out and deep diving. Wait, so these are 3? Am I misreading this? Close-up of undercover over Greeking out and deep diving. I don't know what I just read. That hurt my brain. What do comments say? Yeah, this is an especially ugly one, LOL. Color Street is one of the ones I'd be tempted to buy from if I didn't know how they operate. Some of their nail wraps are kind of cute and look really good if you do them well. I have a Color Street Hun on my Facebook friends list, LOL. But so not worth supporting that kind of company. Absolutely. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys said that, like, you do like Color Street, or you do like certain MLM products. It just, you can't buy them because you're like, I don't support MLMs, and it sucks because I actually do like the product, and I totally understand that. But yeah, just, if you support them, then they just truly believe that this is meant to be, and it's not. I mean, it's just not a way to support yourself. Joining a network marketing company is like a gym membership. Some sign up and do nothing. Some sign up and change everything. It's not up to the gym, it's up to you. The OP says, not a good analogy, which I completely agree with, because when you join a gym, it truly is on you. And it's not as expensive as joining an MLM. And you can also pay a little bit of extra money to have a person who actually knows what they're talking about, who's a real coach, who's actually paid by the gym properly to do their job, which is teach you how to work out properly if you so want that. But some of them, I guess they can force it on you. I do remember when I joined 24-Hour Fitness, they did try really hard to get me to pay for a coach, and I was like, I'm okay, thank you, but I'm good. But they stopped, you know? They stopped. They never asked me again. So that was nice. Versus in an MLM, they never stop asking you until you ghost them or are rude to them. Those are really the only 2 options. And shouldn't be like that. They should just take no as an answer and move on. But they're trained to take no as a not for now, which, you guys, bizarre. And as always in an MLM, it's not up to you. If you don't make a sale or have someone join underneath you, even though you are trying to do both of those things, you don't make any money. And also, you're joining a gym not to make money. When you join an MLM, you are doing it because you expect to get money because people told you that that's what it is. I agree with OP. Not a good analogy. Dear friend who hung up on me, I'm sorry that I upset you and I told you I wouldn't go to your Rodan and Fields party. I just don't enjoy those things. I don't do eyelash parties, nail polish parties, or Botox parties either. Just like I'm never going to get you in a deer blind, dove field, or gun range. But that's not why we're friends, is it? Before you said, I don't support you, and blocked me on your phone, I was going to suggest that maybe I could watch your kids for you the night of your party so you could sell the crap out of your new business without having to worry about them. You are one hustler of a single mom, and I would be more than happy to take care of your littles while you invest in this new venture. Maybe the way I support you is by lessening distractions so you can focus. I know you're going to see this, so call me. I love you, Big. Wow, that's, see what MLMs do? I mean, I guess it depends. Like, if someone's willing to just drop their friend like that who clearly cares about them because they said, I don't want to come to your party and buy anything, you should not expect your friends and family to buy from you. Like, it should not be mandatory for your friends and your family to buy from your MLM. But it sucks because I know the uplines are saying if your family and friends care about you, they will buy from you. If they support you, they will buy from you. So it gets in their head that the only way they support you and care about you is from buying from you. But take out an MLM, would they still feel that way, that the only way your friends and family could love you is if they bought something from you? It sounds ridiculous outside of an MLM context. It doesn't matter. They love you and support you no matter what. Even if they bought you no presents in your entire life, that doesn't mean that they don't love and support you. You don't have to give your friends money to show that you care about them. But again, in MLMs, I guess it does. They get manipulated to believe that, or they just believe that? I don't know. I really don't know. And OP says, why do Huns get so mad though, even when their target has good intentions? Absolutely. And comments say, heartbreaking. What kind of a friend and MLMs ruining their relationship? See, just another one on the list of proving that MLMs ruin friendships. My friend sent me screenshots of a Mary Kay Hun continuing to reach out to her. Someone in the group chat finally had enough. Hey guys, I miss you all. I have personally messaged you all, but I wanted to reach out just to make sure you saw the message. I have started selling Mary Kay. I am doing a Super Bowl square game, and at the end of each quarter, I will check the score, and whoever is in the matching square will win free Mary Kay products. Would any of you be interested? It's $10 a square, but there is like $200 worth of products that are going to be won. And then somebody else in the group chat responds. Also, I'm not trying to start anything, but like, I think it's kind of rude to message us about asking for money for this when you really don't miss us, since you haven't at all kept in contact with any of us or our lives to see how we're doing. Just saying. And then the Hun responds, that's fine, I understand. Just was checking to see if anyone would be interested. Wow, I didn't mean to start anything either, and I'm not asking for money. I'm asking about Mary Kay products. Also, the phone goes both ways. I haven't heard from any of you either. I get the hints. Thanks. I mean, you had no issue asking for money last year from us, and Blank was kind enough to give you $25 and you never paid her back when you said you would. So, oh, I love that. I love that so much. The person just like, look, you're clearly asking for money. You don't really talk to us. Apparently once a year they talk to them, and it's usually asking for money, which is sad. But it's like, again, they're just using their friends as a way to get money. And I say friends loosely because obviously if they're not keeping in contact with them, besides like once a year to ask for money, that's not a friendship. That's not a true friend if they just only ask you, hey, how you doing? By the way, I have something that I want to talk to you about, share with you, have you give me money for products that you definitely don't want. We have reached the end of the video, so we all know what that means. It is meme time. We have the forbidden lifting technique, the pyramid scheme chest press. When you're in an MLM, but you still want a sick pump. And then OP says, getting ready to go bother your next victim, like, pyramid scheme power. It really is like trying to get somebody to join your pyramid scheme is probably that heavy and that much struggle to try and do and try and keep up the facade around you that it's not a pyramid scheme. Those are illegal. You are also in a pyramid scheme then. Love that. It's like pyramid schemes are illegal, but if I'm in a pyramid scheme, then so are you. So to have to do that, constantly having to defend the business that you work for or that you own as being a scam or a scheme, pyramid scheme, that has to be absolutely exhausting. I know that I would be exhausted if half of my job was defending it against being a scam. I would probably get so tired of that I would leave and be like, you know what, it probably is a scam. If most of your job is defending it against being a scam, it's a scam. Alright, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!